All right, back again with number 3. So fun sheet 1, number 3 of thin lens. Book. Okay, so when you're drawing out your picture, this is probably a good place to start. That glare. I could just fix that, but I'm not going to because I like to be difficult. Now, here's your ground. This is the center. When this is a lens, this is your center. So this is your optical center. No light bends there. One focal length. This is the one focal length on the negative side, one on the positive side. I guess we can just do a positive there next to it. And then, why did I do that? Oh, because I was getting ahead of myself. Book, book. Left side of the lens is negative. Right side where the light passes through is positive. Number 3 says that we have a 17 centimeter tall object. 30, I think it said 30 centimeters, so object distance, object distance is 30 centimeters in front of the lens, and that the focal length, was a positive 15 centimeters. Positive 15 centimeters, which means that the focal length is going to be over here on the right side of the lens. It also means that we're using a plus lens. So plus lens. So 15. Which means that when we put 2f on here, we know that positive 2f is going to be 2 times 15. So 2f equals 2 times 15, which equals 30. So this is going to be 30 centimeters away. Cool fun fact, negative f is the equal distant. This is 15, so this, since we know that the object distance is 30, means that the object is at the minus 2f point on our graph, on our picture. The more we do these, the more you'll start noticing as you go through when you make these graphs, what numbers relate to where. We are finding the normal finds. We need to find V, image distance, magnification, and image size. VMI. So to find V, we do minus 1 over U plus 1 over V equals 1 over F. That's our equation. We know that U is on the left side, so it is a minus 30. We know that we're looking for V, which is image distance, equals 1 over, and we know that F is a positive because we were told that focal length is positive. It's over here on the right, so it's a positive 15. 2 negatives make a positive, and so because this becomes positive, to get this over onto the other side of the equal sign, you have to subtract that from both sides. These are, okay, because I realized these are quotes, which are their like a double dash, so quotes, if you're ever typing them in. And what they mean is that this is the same as the thing that it is directly under. That's how it's often used on a board. So it becomes 1/30th. Subtracted from both sides is 1/30th minus 1/30th. Over here becomes 1/15th minus 1/30th. So now we're left with 1 over V, which is image distance, equals 1/15th minus 1/30th. For the sake of speed and not having to type in the calculator, I'm going to do what's called finding the GCD, greatest common, it's LCD. It's least common denominator, LCD. Least common denominator is 30. And so 15 times 2 becomes 30. 1 times 2 becomes 2. So 2/30 minus 1/30 equals 1 over v equals 1 over 30. Oh, you can't see it. There it is. 1 over v equals 1 over 30. So we cross multiply. Becomes v times 1 equals 1 times 30. So the image distance is 30 centimeters. We are at 2F. So this is where our image is going to be. I'll get a red one in my mouth because it's so sanitary right now. I'm being so sanitary. It's a good thing. I just bought these and I wiped them down before getting them, so they are sanitary. They are actually sanitary, besides, you know, the fact that I've been erasing this board for the past however long I've been doing this. I don't know what I'm actually at. So image is going to be, image is going to be here. That's the distance. So this becomes, I'm going to mark this out because it is 2F. It is the same thing, but the image distance is 30. So V equals the positive 2F is the 30 centimeters. So we're going to throw that over here. 30 centimeters. All right. I know that it's all wiggly. You guys are probably going to get sick. I don't have a stick to set up. We're going to look at those for a second. What are you guys up to? Since we're all being, you know, limited in travel and such. Put down under the video if you're interested in actually giving a chat about it. Wouldn't hurt my feelings any. You know what, I'm just sticking with red. We're just going to stick with red. Magnification equals V over U. Equals to image size over object size. We know that the image distance is 30 centimeters. We know, which it's a positive 30 centimeters. So this is where that thing that I was talking about in previous video comes in. The image distance is on this side. It's positive 30 centimeters through. The object distance is on the left side. It's minus 30 centimeters through. Equals, we're trying to find I as well here in a second. Notice I over here, same equation. I over object size, which is 17 centimeters. All right, you'll see why I did this here in a minute. 30 divided by negative 30 is equal to -1. Because if you divide a negative number by a positive number, it's still negative. If you divide a positive number by a negative number, it is negative. It's a different signs thing. Or you can just put it in your calculator. Positive 30 divided by negative 30 equals -1. So your magnification is -1. What does that negative mean? Here's where we come in. So -1 equals image size over object size, which if you put a 1 over 1, it's still the same thing. Cross multiply, so -1 times 17 is going to be -17 is equal to I. The image is upside down. The negative means that we are below the blue line. Boom, we're here. So this is what our graph looks like right now, working the ab muscles. This is an erect image. Haha, funny. I tried not to make that joke last time too, but it's so hard not to make that joke with where I work. So 17 centimeters erect, go through this positive lens. The image becomes, or it's a real image, and it is inverted. So it's an upside down image, which is what the negative means. So it's negative, it's below the blue line, but the image is technically 17 centimeters. And then magnification is 1. And what this negative does is it tells you direction. I'm just teaching you guys the way that I do it. Mike will be like, Casey, stop. I'm like, but you don't understand. There's meaning. Everything has a definition, Mike. Oh, I guess I can throw in some lines and what that means. So we're throwing in, light hits the top here, doop, doop, doop. Hits the lens, goes through that first focal point, continues down. And then this next one comes down and hits the OC, continues down and crosses the focal line. And I believe that you can technically also do a third one. It goes down and it goes across. I don't much, care to draw that one. But where they meet is here, the image. Boom, boom, boom. So, we back up. Maybe you guys can see all that. This is number 3 for fun sheet number 1.